day one of the LA Chargers OTA period is officially in the books. And today we got to see a lot of offensive highlights between, Justin Herbert connecting with Quentin Johnston, McConkey, DJ Chark, Brennan Rice, Darius Davis. So a lot of these young wide receivers are finally getting in action with each other. The veterans with the rookies, with Justin Herbert getting in some work. Now, obviously, as we continue to get through OTAs and ramp up into mandatory minicamp and even training camp, things will become a lot more interesting. This is just the beginning of phase 3 of the offseason, so no contact, no, pads or anything crazy yet, but those times are coming. Don't you worry. We're just trying to introduce these players to this new system with Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman and Jesse Minter. So listen, things are gonna go off slow, but again, as things progress, we're going to keep you guys updated with everything you need to know regarding the Chargers. Now, before we jump into the video, I want you guys to do me a favor and let me know who are you most excited to see within this rookie class. Obviously, there's McConkey, there's Joe Alt, Brennan Rice, Kamani Vidal. I think there's a lot of guys that have potential to be boom players this season in year one, including a guy like Kamani Vidal. I think he can be extremely versatile, someone who can come in and maybe even earn the job right away. But Lad has everything, you want in a receiver. So I could see if you guys put either of those guys here, but also like Brennan Rice, Cornelius Johnson, Joe Alt is a no-brainer, Junior Colson, Cam Hart. So let me know who you guys are most excited to see throughout this OTA period. And with that being said, let's kind of dive in a little bit. So like I said, we got to see a lot of the connection between Justin Herbert and some of these wide receivers. Now, the one guy I think who is going to, be a safety net for Justin Herbert is McConkey. You look at what he did coming out of Georgia. The man was such a good route runner. He can uncover on all three levels, down the field, underneath routes, intermediate routes, digs, drags, goes, right? Post route. I mean, the dude could do literally everything you need him to do. He's very rhythmic, can keep his feet underneath him. He's consistently manipulating defenses into, making sure he has the leverage at all times. He's a natural hands catcher, doesn't really, use his chest at all, which is definitely something you love to see. And then has the vertical speed to keep coverage honest, right? You always need to have two deep safeties at all times. You don't exactly compare him to Keenan Allen because Keenan did it for a long period of time, but you talk about potential. McConkey could be one of the best route runners in the NFL with the right development, and I think Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert are two perfect guys to have here in LA with him. Now, what I'm really interested in is the running back room. Obviously, Greg Roman coming over from Baltimore a few years ago, had J.K. Dobbins, had Gus Edwards, brought both those guys over from Baltimore, but then go out there and draft a guy like Kamani Vidal, who I think, doesn't really shy away from greatness too much. I think this guy is going to be able to come in here and make a day one impact, whether it's on special teams, whether it's at the third down running back. I don't know where it's going to be, but with J.K. Dobbins coming off the injury, with Gus Edwards, ramping back up here, I think it's going to be a running back of 3, but I think Kamani Vidal has all the hope, all the, confidence in the world that he knows how he can be, and I think he can be a 3-down back in the NFL. I don't think it's going to happen right away, but keep your eye out on him as things continue to progress, especially once pads come on. We're going to see a lot more of that. Brennan Rice is a guy who went in the 7th round. Thought he'd go 4th or 5th round. You already see him and his dad, Jerry Rice, they're pissed, man. They want to prove people wrong, and I think that's something that's going to happen. But overall, I think people are really concerned about the wide receiver room here in LA. Maybe not even LA fans specifically, but people outside of LA don't think it's going to be enough. Well, they expect a big jump from Quentin Johnston. See him catching a couple of balls from, Justin Herbert today. I think Joshua Palmer, probably one of the most underrated players in football right now at the wide receiver position. And then you had DJ Chark, and you still have Darius Davis. I think they're fine. I really, really do think they're fine. They have basically like 4 guys with the last name of Johnson. It's kind of funny. I know Quentin Johnston, but Cornelius Johnson, Leon Johnson, Jalen Johnson. There's a lot of Johnsons over here. Hey, comment down below. Again, who do you think is going to be the starting 3 wide receivers here in LA? And do you think Kamani Vidal makes a jump up and actually gets some early run here with the starters? with the Chargers? Let me know in the comments down below. Another thing I'm really interested in, Hayden Hurst, Will Dissly, and Donald Parham. All three of these guys are very versatile. Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst, though, you know what they do really well? Get their run game going. I really expect this to be a really run-heavy team, but also I think they're going to try to get, you know, Justin Herbert the ball out early when they do pass, short underneath routes, get the guy Ladd, you know, going in space, get Joshua Palmer in space, and then from there, just pound the football, man. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Kamani Vidal, even Isaiah Spiller. I think one of these guys, two of these guys could have big seasons upon us. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Chargers update. Didn't really cover defense. I will cover them tomorrow. Join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Chargers video.